Blair Calibaba. I'm the head brewer at Brewing. So initially, me and a couple of friends were on a hockey team together, and I was home brewing and I was bringing beer to the games. And one of the guys happened to be a restaurant owner, and he was also had been thinking about opening a brewery for a while. So we started talking about it, and then on a drive up to a hockey tournament, we started talking more seriously about it. And that was about 4 years ago, and then 2 years after that, we did it. So it just took a little bit of creative thinking, and it was pretty fun to put it together. Well, the name Bomber Brewing comes directly from our hockey team. We're called the Bombers, and we've just been playing about 10 years now in just beer league hockey, and it's been really fun having a bunch of guys on my team that are willing to. We're drinking my home brew as my guinea pigs basically for years, and then they were our test subjects to get all the beers ready for the brewery as well. So it's been pretty fun having those guys on our team, both hockey and beer team. Favorites, I would say the Pilsner has always been one of my favorites, just because I kind of worked hardest to get it to where I wanted it, where we all wanted it. We've all worked really hard to make that beer as good as it is, I think. And another one of my faves is the Super Pest Double IPA, which is I'm really a big fan of that style of beer, and luckily speaking of the hockey team, I got to name it after one of the guys on our team, whose nickname is Super Pest, and he loves double IPAs, and so that beer came about from just a love of that style, and to honor a friend of mine on the team. So. I was lucky enough to be involved in music for a number of years, and with a number of touring bands that we got to travel through Europe a bunch, and I got to go to all kinds of cool places in Germany and Czech Republic. I never did get to go to the Pilsner Kell brewery, although I drove right by it a couple times. I got to go to Bamberg for a day of beer debauchery, if you will. It was a beer pilgrimage somewhat for me and a friend, and we just had a great time. But yeah, if I could get to a couple places, I'd love to go to Bamberg again. I would definitely love to visit the Pilsner Kell brewery and see what's going on there. They make one of my favorite beers ever, and I'd like to do it to be honest, I've seen enough of the highways and freeways of Europe. I'd like to go on a river cruise from Budapest to Amsterdam and see it that way. So. Well, we've got kind of a late winter release of an Imperial Stout coming out, which we're really excited about. That's going to be in cans, which is a big deal for us. The tall boy cans, which is kind of different for us too. And the reappearance of the Super Pest Double IPA and the Bike Route Best Bitter, which are a couple of my favorites, as I mentioned about the Super Pest. And there's a beer coming out we're having a beer coming out in Saskatchewan, Alberta, that's as yet unnamed, and we're pretty excited about. So we'll have to keep that under wraps for now, but everyone's going to know about it by April, I believe. So that's about it. I just like to say, everyone come down to Bomber Brewing, try out what we got. We usually have 8 beers on tap. On Wednesdays we have a special usually, and come try it out. We're on the bike route. Ride your bike down. Cheers.